Hello, 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 hello. If you can hear me, let me know because I am using my webcam mic because I don't have my real mics because I don't know where they went. So I hope this is good enough quality. My computer. How's everyone doing? It has been a minute since I have streamed. Am I hearing myself twice? Probably because I'm stupid. Yep. Hello there, we can hear you clearly. Awesome. Let me switch over to this to make sure this is working. Hello, intermission stream. All right, that works. And then let's get this going. Nice. Everything's working. Yippee! We have Bandit today. The angle's gonna be a little different because of how I'm set up. So you get paint the sideway angle. But I will do this so you guys can see. No, work told me to leave. That's what happened. I didn't get a choice. Was I excited about the leave? Maybe. That's not the point. I had work things to go do. All right, so today we are painting some Bandito, and we gotta get through some Scorn Red, Mage Hunter Green, and Mud Red. I'm doing this because I'm used to my camera being here facing me this way, but now my camera's over this way facing over there. No, I wanted a new job. That's what I wanted. That doesn't belong on Bandit. So right now I'm just going through and seeing if I need to put any red on him. I am going to put little red dials on him. I think that'll be it. Oh crap, homie is back. I sure do be, man. Gonna be live for about an hour, and then I'm gonna go work on some stuff at home and kind of just chill out for the rest of the night. But this is mostly a tech test and like for me to see like what equipment I'm missing um, for my stream when I go back to Novas. That way I don't just show up unprepared because I don't want to do that to the TNT folks because that would be rude. And I'm sorry there's no music. Again, not my greatest setup. So I was summoned. Correct. It is one of my favorite reds. It's got to be. I mean, it's the reds that's on. It's like the primary red for my dusk. So I am a big fan of it. Any more red that needs to be on this dude? I don't think so. He doesn't have a lot of just like random things. Oh, no. No, he doesn't need much more red. He's fine. Look, I was leaving in a very different state of mind when I was leaving. Okay, I'll have you know. You need any red? So the red was mostly when I was painting this commit. This is for the commission for the Gravediggers for my buddy. The red was mostly for like grenades and stuff. So there's not much on here. I will make this handle red. You guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Cool. Oh, I need to post. I forgot I need to post this link in one more spot. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ugh. I'm surprised UW hasn't executed me for painting my ogres with exclusively P3 paints. They don't know. You can't say it. Take it back. Delete it. Delete it. Touching the fact that you were left when I was gone. Look, maybe if you know what? I'm gonna reserve the branch jokes for later. but wasn't entirely up to me, good man. The new, have you seen Combs? Have you seen the new ogres? I think I saw some pictures of them like just floating around because I've been looking at orcs because I have a problem. And they look pretty cool. I'm not an ogre person, but they do look pretty sweet. And like P3 paints are also just a wonderful paint. So you can't go wrong painting anything with them. Trying to get this in the best view for y'all. Yeah, that's probably good right there. So right now, just painting the Mage Hunter green on all the like the sleeping bags. And if you guys can hear random noises in the background, those are my roommates because I don't have good mics, so it's gonna pick up some stuff in the house. So I apologize ahead of time. They're out there gaming away. Too much water on my brush. Yeah, getting a few for Old World. I like the new Rhino guy a lot more. Nice. I like it. I have been highly looking at orcs lately, just because like I've been playing a lot of Dawn of War as I like because it's a little easier to play a PC game than it is to set up a painting setup. So I've like been replaying through the old Dawn of War. I'm excited for Dawn of War 4, which I will probably be getting and playing, and it just got me in a very orky mood. Ricky Barnes, Dawn of War 4 looks hot. It sure does. Like I've been watching a little bit of the gameplay, and I'm like, this feels like it's scratching all the itches I need for a Dawn of War game. Because obviously 2 and 3 don't exist; those aren't real games. I can't say too much. I haven't actually played them, but I've only heard the things about them. I played the first ones, and I'm excited for the fourth one. And it is as simple as that. But being able to play Necrons in that and Orcs, like two of my favorite Xenos factions, yeah, big hype. Don't really care about Adeptus Mechanicus because I was never into the toaster lovers, but they are cool. I mean, they just worship Necrons anyway. So. Let me know if you guys can see the stream all right. Make sure like the actual quality of the paint is coming through. Well, I'm not that good at the painter. I mean, like the actual quality of the camera. I want to work on my orcs again. I need to get some flamer arms out for my boys. I haven't got Armageddon yet. I'm kind of waiting to see where I feel if I want to buy actual models yet, or if I just want to keep enjoying from afar. And I'm about to buy a bunch of Fame, so that's my money shmoney. I Spain is my current love. I'm a little nervous about system requirements for Dawn of War 4. Yeah, video cards and computers right now are kind of rough. I don't know. That is a good point. I've got a decent enough system where I haven't worried about a computer parts in a while, but like I wanted to upgrade next year, and I'm like, don't know if I'll be able to just because of like you said, it's really the computer parts market is kind of a mess right now. Cool. There's the green butt pack. A little more to the center. I can probably just turn this, and that might make it easier. How's that? So yeah, so right now the camera is off. This is my right hand. The camera is this way. I'm going towards y'all. Normally the camera is like above my head. Do need to do this color. Let me know if that's a little better. Much better. Sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a secret game mode. If you team up with Necrons and Adeptus, you get a sexy Easter egg, and they lived happy. That's. I hope you're not messing with me because that sounds so wonderful. Necrons and Blood Angels. I mean, I do love the Blood Angels. I guess if I had to pick a Space Marine faction, like out of the main ones, Blood Angels is the first one. Blood Angels are probably up there, but my favorites are Red Scorpions and Carcharodons. But that's because I like the oddballs. I'm gonna do the bottom half of the packs with Mudrut. I need to shake this a little more. Shake, 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 shake. You guys can hear me shaking the paint. So this mic picks up everything. I do love me some salamanders. That's what I painted my Signar like. My Signar are salamander themed. All right, and on these backpacks, or these butt packs in this case, we're just doing the bottom pouches. Mudrut. Let me leave the trim black. And this might not be the right color. This is not the right color. Yeah, I'm doing a commission that I don't have the original paints for, so I'm trying to make do with what I own now, because I own different paints. So I used to own Pro Acryl, and now I own P3, and I don't have all the colors quite yet. Now I gotta find a replacement for that. One of these will work. There was a color from Pro Acryl that was possibly, I think, my favorite, like, pouch brown. Yeah, Maytoucher green. That is the green. That's a perfect. I like it. It's a really good camo green. Mixing that in. Oh, why did I not think of this color? This is the right color. What color are you looking for? I'm thinking I want drab brown from Pro Acryl. And some of these just aren't pale enough. I'm thinking They're well, pale enough's the wrong term. They're not muted enough because they need like a muted light brown. Has anyone played Bandit yet? I'm really excited to get him in the field. He's so chaotic. I'm very curious to see how he rolls. I have not. A local of mine has, and I know he's been. I know. Well, yeah, a couple people have played him. They like him. I don't know. I couldn't. I played like maybe 2 games this year because I like barely got settled in. All right, I've managed to mix the exact color I want. I love being able to do that. So for reference, if you need a drab brown from Acryl, it is Mudrut and Menoff White. These two colors got me the exact shade I needed, pretty much. So basically, I just need some of that yellow because like the Mudrut's very yellow. I just need some of that yellow out of the paint. Yeah, then this with a brown wash will be pretty much what I want. So. Probably needs more brown. We'll worry about that later. He had played all period is on the old world right now. Yeah, I mean, those war table leagues are really nice, but I know not war table's not for everybody. I'm going to Nova Open, and I'm going to be playing for the first time in a real tournament in like 8 months. So I cannot wait to get my butt handed to me. Beasthide? I know I have that color. Where did that color go? Oh, you know where that color might be? Where is that pile of paint? I have another pile of paint somewhere. I wonder. Oh, you're right. You're so right. Oh my God. Thank you, H Combs. Yep. I have a separate bag of P3 paints that I use for my what's it called? Some of my Fane I've been testing. Oh, I do own every color. I just forgot I had it because it was in a different bag. Yeah, there it is. That's the one I want. Sweet. You're the man. Yeah, that is perfect. Get a little bit of water in the palette. Just send that down a hair. That's still drying, so we'll come up here and put that on there. Yeah. This is what we wanted. This in a little speed paint wash will be perfect. We'll come back up later and clean up these stripes. These cheap brushes hold so much water. I didn't take the side of the backpack. That's a good call on me. Honestly, I cannot wait to put my paint palette back on the right side of me soon. Yeah, this will be my good little test paint stream for my little mobile setup, which is because I'm streaming on a laptop on a hotspot right now. That is what I'm streaming on. As a true like test of terrible Nova Wi-Fi if it happens. And then next Saturday I should be streaming a steamroller locally to test the overlays and all that stuff. So that'll be exciting. And then the week after that is I stream Nova. I should have a video backup of like me actually being a real human sometime after Nova. Right now we're just getting the base coats down. That way I'm going to go back in and clean up the straps on this and then clean up the trim on the backpack. I can see my mic picking up my roommate and it's hilarious. That was awesome. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to be back. Definitely took a longer time to get back into the swing of things than I thought, but my move was a little bit more hectic than I thought it was going to be. And life has a way of doing what it wants to do sometimes. So wasn't going to stress making content while trying to like figure out my life. So I knew I'd come back when I could. I'm paying anything for machine hot numbers. You should print the pigs, piggy pigs. What are you playing? I'll be playing Dusk. Um, my Dusk will be finished painting by the time I get there, pretty much. And I'm gonna give them one Dusk House Kalis. I have to say that now. I have to give them one final send off in an event, and I will just be going there with two lists made by a good buddy of mine, and I'm just gonna try my best, have fun while doing it, and then I'll probably switch to Fane for the rest of the year and next year. Because I do love me the vampires. I've been playing them locally in a journeyman league, and man, they're fun. They're fun. The style is really good. Like the models themselves are good. They're not too complicated to paint. And I've got some cool plans for the extremes that I've been kind of like converting up already. Bucky, are you going to Nova? I do wish Count Combs, because I know you like Scorn. The new mini crate of the one dude that is just a Scorn dude. I really wish he played for Fane, so I could have that mercenary in the army. I gotta paint the side of the back with these little butt backs. Cool. Let that dry. Do you have any pouches on you, Siege Walker? You sure do. Because for some reason the Siege Walker on the target, I guess it needs parts for repair. I do love how like thematic these jacks are and stuff. They do a good job of carrying like, hey, this giant tone robot can definitely carry like a sleeping bag for the dude piloting it. I promise you, you would not get laughed out of the building. but that is valid being nervous for your first tournament. I will say this about the War Machine community, at least the people I have met in my time, they are, even if they like at a tournament, they're obviously going to be playing to win. Even if they're trying to win, they will teach you something. So you will always walk away learning something new about your army. But that is awesome. I'm glad you finished your Slowbird League. What army are you playing? Need more Kith card. I think one of the locals here is going to have me paint a Fortress King for him, and I'm beyond excited because I do want to paint that model. But I do not play Kith cards, so I do not need that model. It is like a huge model. I don't know. I think Combs, you've seen the comparisons that I posted in the Discord. They are. It's so large. Like I like totally. It is a lot of money, but I kind of get it with how large the model is. He's alive. I sure am. What's up, Halfbot? We're out here. We're painting. Is this the Ice King stream? I know. I'm real, man. What's up? Good old Dragorium. Party foul. I missed you, buddy. Missed that little logo in my chats. For 30 years. That'd be funny. I just can't wait. I know some of the locals are talking about the lore for the Dusk 120, and I just want to see it. I want to see it. Oh, the little syringe dudes that definitely aren't just giving steroids to their Kith card. I do love those models. You did a fantastic job on the syringes, dude. Like a real boy. Yep. I'm real again. My goal is for today's stream is just knock out all these like odd base colors on the model before I apply the washes, probably tomorrow. Cool. That's all that. I 100% want to paint Menoth, and I'm totally down to put like a dinosaur head on the base as just a joke. The Kid Guard models are freaking sweet. Can't confirm. Yeah, we have a couple. We have like I think 3 local Kid Card players here, and all of them are great painters, great players. And then one dude already has 2 Fortress Kings on the table, and it is a monstrosity. I'm thrown off by one frame. Yeah, like I don't. I think that's like the. I saw that the alphabet or whatever it is. It is confusing. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I need it in person to see. Give me one moment. I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back. The boy thirsty. All right. chat. I'm back. I got me a Ghost Bubblicious. I don't know if you guys are into energy drinks like I am, but I have a problem. That's besides the point. This one's real good. I'm playing it pretty safe with men off. That's probably for the best. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. I'm streaming off my hotspot, my hotspot, so maybe my connection's making the XPs go weird. It sounds like a white claw. You heard that from the other room? That's so funny. No, um, I'm going to a concert tonight after the stream. So I'm drinking an energy drink now. So when I get there, I'm awake for the concert and it'll wear off by the time I get home. I mean, Coke Zero is a classic. Can't go wrong. Coke Zero. I mean, earlier I had a Diet Dr. Pepper. That's one of my go-tos for a normal sody pop. Go get some sleep. You can't tell me that. No, 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 no. Just because you started getting sleep now in the last like 2 months doesn't mean you get to talk to me about this. Hang on now. That's not fair at all. Well, we're gonna do the straps with AK Dark Gray. A little bit of water into the paint. And for those wondering, yes, I am using a wet palette. If you saw my picture on the War Machine community yesterday, I posted a picture and I didn't even notice it said it, but I have I have a Zin pouch container and I was using as a wet palette. And it actually works pretty well. Fun facts. It even seals because it has a lid. I got fatty tonight. I don't know about that one, big dog. I don't know. I very rarely. Well, then you must have a good climate because in my old climate it was far too humid. Well, in my old spot, I was near the beach. Then that's not a humble brag. I did not like it, but the temperatures there were here. But like here, it's like averages like 110 a day right now. So definitely need a wet palette. Keep my paints from just drying up on themselves. Now it must happen. You're hilarious. No, I'm going with a couple buddies. We're gonna go just enjoy a good time, listen to some music, dance in the pit, throw people around as you do. Very varied climate. Yeah, but like it's not. Is it a like? It's not a desert. That's what it comes. I know Ontario is not the desert. You lucky son of a gun. It is very warm here. Let me see if I can get this better in focus. I know I'm just painting for me now. I need to show the camera what I'm doing. Good old Ontario. Yeah, I can't wait for it to be winter here, and it's like, oh, it's 70 degrees and freezing. And then everyone's outside, like, okay, cool. I will be wearing t-shirts and a hoodie, or t-shirts and shorts all year round because it'll never get cold enough otherwise. I am very excited. One for myself to be done with his Gravediggers. Two for the guy I'm painting him for. I know he's excited for him. And Bandit's. I've been having a lot of fun painting Bandit in this game. He is a wonderful model. Tons of little details that are not on the other jacks to like fit being on an 80 mil. It's also a perfect model for me because the scheme's really simple and it lets me like get used to painting again on unfortunately like not my own model, but on a scheme that's simple enough it doesn't affect anything. Dude, Ontario sounds just like Virginia because that is exactly how it was too. In freedom units, how hot does it get in Ontario? Because I am not that good at the conversions in my head for Celsius to Fahrenheit. So I do need the freedom unit conversion, please and thank you. To my gravediggers, they're I have a few of them still, and I have dispersed with them, for lack of a better term. They're still I still have some of them, but for the most part, I don't have most of them. I kept the ones SFG sent me for review, and then I got rid of the rest. Rest of the world units, I mean, fair. That's a valid response. I'll give you that one. We're going to use this dark gray to trim up these backpacks. And the reason we're doing all these colors at once, because basically as soon as I finish the gray, not tonight on stream, but probably tomorrow just at home, all of this gets hit with the same black and brown washes on pretty much the whole model. Bandit a little bit less because the armor doesn't get washed, but all the metals do, and on the Siege Walker, the whole model will get it because he is mostly metal. Anyone notice? I don't know why. That's actually a good question for Matt from Hobbynomicon because he prints a lot of my War Machine stuff for me. So like he would be a good resource to ask that question because he might have the same problem. Cool. But I definitely like some of the earlier days of War Machine, like some of the earlier Mark IV models, I definitely noticed like I had to cure some of them when I got them. Haven't had that issue like with any of my Dusk or any of the newer models, but some of the early Orgoth and Signar, I had to do that. Because your boy used to own Signar too, and I used to own Cawdor. I've owned a lot of armies. But I think I've done a pretty good job of like cleaning up what models I own, I'd say. I've slimmed it down to just my Dusk or any Dusk because I have House Kalis, not FA, but like pretty much all you'd need for tournaments. And then I have Fane, which will probably end up being close to FA, just because you need so many beasts for like a lot of the casters, because their beasts are so cheap and they're really good for their points. So I probably will end up having FA beasts of them. I'm so excited to paint Fane though. Holy moly, that army looks. I have so much planned for it because it's going to be like the Ice King's army. Gonna grimdark the base of the beasts up, put chains on them, make them look like they're like actually held captive. Everything in Fane is very good. Yeah, they're pretty good. If they don't get like the first strike though, like the caveat is if they do not land their first strike, they do just die. Unless you're high scene, of course. Like unless you're like one of our casters, all of our models are extremely squishy. Our casters are just built like brick walls, which I'm all for. Old Umbre's still good. Yeah, they're still one of the top factions. As far as I could tell from my very brief looking at like Longshanks. And I don't pay. I know run for its money. I mean, good, somebody needed to. Old Umbre was a terror last year. That's one. I have two more straps to go. So yeah, right now we're just painting these straps on him. Hop into fame. Has Kith Card made any waves? I'd say so. I'd say they're in a pretty good spot. See them at tournaments. I'm pretty sure they're going to make their way to WTC. So we will see in 2 months' time where they stack up, at least at the world level, the world team level, quote unquote. And they have the individual tournament there too that we'll get to see. And then Nova will be a good test. And then LVO is right after Nova. I'm pretty sure. Because I think they moved LVO to October. I really don't get money chasing, I think. Interesting. Good to know. I'm glad Wintercore is doing good. I know they got some buffs earlier in January. And then they got more buffs, I think, in June. Gravediggers feels like it's definitely like the people who love Gravediggers are still playing Gravediggers because they're still good at Gravediggers. And half the reason I'm painting Bandit is so it can be played, I'm pretty sure. The Siege Walker is just a let's finish the army, so it has FA. But then Bandit is getting played. Just play what's cool. I mean, like it depends on your where you derive fun from the game. If you derive fun from playing the game at a high level, um, Stephen Williams, what's up? What I was saying is, if you derive fun from playing this game at a high level, at a competitive level, meta chasing is kind of required. And if you don't have fun painting, that's where a lot of their fun comes from. Like, I'm painting this for a guy who is very good at playing this game. He enjoys playing this game. He doesn't paint armies, and that's okay. He steals your girl. Yeah, this is a guy utility not to worry about. Just look at the size of his hammer. Thing's huge. It's even got a huge grip, a leather grip on it. GD walkers really need something else. They're super cool but suck. Valid. Um, is McCoy any good, Gregorian? Because I know McCoy was pretty good last year, but I don't know if he stayed good this year. Oh, biscuits. Stephen Williams, how are you today? The hammer is so big it has to be airdropped and separate. I did love that detail. So on the hammer, I'll show it in just a second. It has the airdrop connections for it to be airdropped in, and I love it so much because it's like, oh, they actually drop his weapon in separately. Yeah. So you can see. Oh, hang on. Wash my brush and not drop the model. Yeah, these two connections are two more airdrop tag hooks for them to drop the hammer in like this way. It's freaking awesome. McCoy is top tier. McCoy plus Banner are what Granite owns plays. Oh, sweet. I'm glad McCoy is getting used in that army. McCoy is one of my favorite models to paint. I really like the change up I did on the Siege Walkers being like the primary metal, and then the secondary color is the metal, the black metal, or not metal, the black like spotty armor. Wish more could play through the tactics story game with that little charger. Yeah, I do like the lore they're doing with some of these characters. The 80 mils, they're freaking sweet. Just play through tactics. Is that game still like I've thought about playing it because I see it on Steam obviously. I just don't know if it runs like how because like but if it runs I might give it a shot. That'd be a fun like Halloween stream. Just play through tactics. Your painted stuff is looking good. Thanks, man. I'm just trying to be like you, man. You paint cool models too. All right. You don't have any more pouches on you because you're a pretty simple model. Oh, you do on the top. Gotta paint these little strippy straps for the sleeping bag. Yeah, I remember I was talking earlier. I played Dawn of War. I rebought the updated edition because I had the original Dawn of Wars, got them, and then they wouldn't load on my system. And this was before I got into computers. And then I saw that the new Dawn of War was like, oh yeah, upgraded to 64-bit. I was like, that's why they didn't run on the new computers. They were 32-bit. No wonder. So, learning. All right, what do I have to do tonight? I have to do a little bit. We can put down the Tenebrous Gray on the Siege Walker. For any of you who need a new cheat code color, Tenebrous Gray, one of the greatest grays of all time. It's like not gray, it's not black, but it's like this weird off black with a purple hue to it. One of like the staple colors I use in a lot of marbles now. Um, when I get to doing non-metallic gold, it's going to be my shadow color for the gold. Obviously, like brown is your main color, but tossing in like Tenebrous Gray in the shadows is going to be probably the play. There was painting these guys right there. We'll probably wrap up these pouches, and that'll be it for tonight. Everything seems to be going pretty good for stream quality wise. Um, then another reason I did this was just to see what I was missing, because obviously I did just move, so like things get misplaced. Um, Trying to figure out what I need to like, what cables I can't find or whatever. Thankfully, all I misplaced is my lapel mics, which is why I'm using a webcam mic tonight. But I know people that have extras and stuff, so I should be able to borrow that. Cost me $0 until I find my real ones, or maybe when I actually unpack, I'll find my real ones. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to do something. Have a good night. Good night, man. Thanks for stopping in. You have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. Don't add us to track the population unless you want to. Remember, net zero doesn't count. There's your safety brief for the weekend. And that goes for everybody. So now that the base coat of Tenebrous Gray is down, we're just going to stipple on some of the other colors, because a sponge here would be a little too annoying and would mess up some of the other details. So we're just going to kind of poke on some other color here. This is supposed to be like that same black splotchy pattern that we have on the rest of the armor. Don't gotta go crazy on it either. And I know I need to do it on some of the pouches down here. Nope, I did already because I'm not silly. And then on top of that, we do graphite as the highlight, quote unquote. And then the Siege Walker is not in a character thing, so it doesn't get the white on the top. Obviously, for those who are wondering when I'm streaming next Saturday, I should be streaming a local steamroller. And then the week after that, I will be streaming Nova Open, the IG and the team tournament. I will be participating in the IG, and then I will be maybe commentating. Probably not. We'll see on the team event. Sweet. The backpacks are done. Did I paint those? I did. But yeah, we just added some little pops of color today. Got some more of like the small details done so the model can start to kind of be a whole model. That's the Siege Walker, and then Bandit. We got the red on the gauges, did the backpacks and the backpacks and the little butt packs. Added the camo thing, painted the straps on there. And yeah, that's where we're at for the day. I know I need to do this when I'm back, and I need to do our next steps for anybody who cares and not want to wait for the video. Boiler black to do any touch-ups on the metals. Doing a brown black speed paint that'll thin to make a wash, and then I'm doing a black speed paint that'll thin to make a wash because I don't own washes. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate all of your help with the stream tonight. It's been wonderful hanging out with you. I'm glad to see the same familiar faces that were there before. You guys rock. You guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye. Did I upload the new outro? Oh, no, I didn't. Hang on. I'll upload this live because it's a cool little outro. I don't have the videos yet. Oh, I could probably do that this week. We'll worry about that later. But I got a new outro screen. You guys get to see this live. Where is it? And a little sneak peek for Nova. Teehee. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. All right. Goodbye.